Hello, friends. Welcome to Cora's Kitchen, where cooking is fun. I am one of the ones showing you one of the 12 days of cookies, 12 cookies till Christmas, something like that. Anyway, so I am going to do something that I just found, a cranberry orange cookie. I love cranberries. It is the season, right? So first thing we're going to do is we are going to measure our flour. And I'll give you a little tip. When you're packing when you dig into where you keep your flour, when you dig in and just level it, you are packing it in there. So what you want to do is you want to kind of loosen up your flour, and then you want to go in and get your cup of flour. So that way it's not packed in and it's not more than what you want. That will dry out your cookies. So I went ahead and I did that ahead of time, just using the Easy Read measuring cup and of course the wonderful stackable measuring cups. And they all snap together. They also have a leveler. There's a 2/3 and a 3/4, all those ones that you never seem to have in a set, down to a quarter. And you can see they all snap together. Whether they're all in there or not, they still, and then there's a little leveler, a little, that you level your flour with that fits right on top. So here's my other tip. And I only do this at Christmas time because I'm doing so many cookies. So my little tip first is, when you're gonna mix up cookies, mix them all up at the same time. Get your flour out, get your eggs out. Eggs are better at room temperature. Get all of your items out. And then I use one of our prep bowls, and that's what I'll crack my eggs in. So that way I can see if I have any shells. And then I use this the whole time. So it saves you so much time mixing up all your cookies at the same time. Then I'll put the cookie dough in a Ziploc bag because that saves space in your refrigerator. And then I'll write on there what they are because you will forget. So the other thing I do at Christmas time is I will sift it. So I just use one of our colanders that come in a set of 3. This is the smallest one. And then I use it with the stainless steel mixing bowls. And guys, this is the best holiday gift ever, is a set of the stainless steel mixing bowls. There's an 8 cup, 16 cup, and a 24 cup. So for that puppy chow, snacky thing, I always use the big stainless steel mixing bowls. The lid fits on really tight, and then that's where it stays the whole holiday season. I go in there with my cup, not my hand. Sometimes I'll sneak out with my hand, but I come in with my cup, and that's how I will keep it. So I want to sift, so I don't have to go buy a sifter. I just use the colander set, and look how beautiful it will sift it. That way, if there's any, see, when there's those little wee balls, then I can either throw them away or you just push them down, and that will sift them that way too. So how quick and nice is that? That little bit I'll throw away, and then this is ready for my next time. And so it always is good to sift, but especially at Christmas time when you're doing so many of them. Okay, so now I'm going to show you our Flex Plus. This baby will save you so much time. It has a battery pack, just like the guys in the garage. And it comes with 2 battery packs. So I have it on the charger back here. I have my backup because if I get mixing a lot of stuff, I better have enough charge. So here is the middle part. This is the part that controls everything. It is a hand mixer. It is an electric processor, and it's an immersion blender, all in one Flex Plus. So you put this on, and this part is separate for the mixer, and then your battery is the last thing on and the first thing off, okay? So it called for having the butter and sugar mixed for 3 minutes. I didn't figure you would want to stand here while I'm mixing. So I have it already mixed up, but I want to show you the mixer. So you're gonna turn, every time you turn on there, turns the machine on. But because the blender, if I turn this on, it's gonna splatter everywhere. So they've done a little check right here. You push in this little button, and then that's when you push your, oh, see? That's exactly why! Woohoo! Fun in Cora's Kitchen. Anyway, so this is how I'm gonna mix up my sugar and butter. And then I'm gonna add in the flour, okay? So I wanna get it on low. It's not, okay, I better shut it off because I don't want now a whole bunch of flour. Now you know why. See, I'm gonna push that. I'm gonna push this little button and I'm gonna start it. So now I wanna incorporate the flour into that butter and sugar for these cranberry, they're refrigerated cranberry orange cookies. Have you ever had a refrigerator cookie yet? So I used to have a brown sugar cookie recipe, and you just put it in a log, and then that way it's always ready in the refrigerator. You just pull it out and slice it. So, and the magic of video is I have a pan in the oven. Okay, so let me just get this mixed up, and I am using the scrapers, guys, and I promise you, you can never find a better scraper than the Pampered Chef. There is a date on the back, and the date of this one is 2011. That's how long I have been using this, and this is 22, so that's 11 years. Promise you guys, you could not find a better one. So now I just want to get that dough off of my mixer, beater. Woohoo! And then you're just going to push this to get your beaters off. And then now remember, we're going to take our battery off first. We're going to take the base off, and we're going to move this stuff out of the way because there's a little bit, how can you have a cranberry orange cookie without any cranberries? So now we're going to do our cranberries. And oh, are we gonna enjoy stuff later? Okay, so now we're using the electric processor to this Flex Plus. So I'm just gonna pop on this. And remember, our battery is the last thing on, first thing off. There, it's ready to go. And then I took the cranberries. So we have two different kind of colanders. We have the 3 set, and then we have this new one. It's big all by itself. Can you see the happy spoons on there? That's the Pampered Chef logo. So we have those happy spoons on there, just looking so happy. And then I'm just gonna put in the cranberries, and then I'm going to use the processor and show you that. Okay, so remember, we push that button up there, and then on the back is this button. And if you want it to go faster, you just press that button there, and see, look at that. It's just a whipping away. And it's getting those cranberries all small because cranberries can be a little tart, and these cookies are a little tart, not big. And so you want to make sure it's nice and small. All right, so let's see what we have. I did up some a little bit ahead of time. There, I'm going to take that flex off, and then I'm just going to turn this, and I'm going to open up this. Uh-oh, look at how beautiful those cranberries are. Woohoo! Okay, so let me get this out of my way. Let me get one of these out because now we have to measure our cranberries. Now, this is the blade that comes with it. There's also 2 bigger blades that fit on top of this that will slice it and grate it. So it is so many things in one deal. And I actually use it. I actually store it in a pretty little basket up on my shelf. So it looks like it's a decorator thing, but it's really holding my, my Flex Plus. So I'm going to get a 1.5 cups of the crushed cranberries. Woohoo! It's holiday season when you pull out the cranberries. All right, so then we're just gonna pop that in there. And there's one more thing. Remember, I told you that it's cranberry orange. Oh my gosh, everybody always adds orange to every bit of cranberry. And so we are going to do that too. So I already did a little of that. We have our adjustable rasp. It's a grater, it's a fine grate. So you can grate like fresh Parmesan, you can grate any of your citrus. Now I'm using this citrus and the inside is getting really, see how squishy it is? But there's still this zest. Zest in the skin, it is where all the flavor is. So all I'm gonna do is just gonna run down. You only wanna go to the white. You don't wanna get the white because that's where it's bitter. So let me get my glasses on and see where I'm at. And then, you're just gonna go along. See how easy that is, just lightly, because you just wanna get that zest. Now, guys, when I have oranges that I am going to use the orange part, I don't want to waste the zest. So I'll go ahead and I'll zest it and I'll pop it in the freezer and I can use it anytime I need it. Look at that. We even have a recipe that we do at our shows, a lemon herb chicken ring, and it uses the zest of the lemon right in it. So this little guy, I used our old one on a test run and I used our new one because I thought I liked the old one better. It did not zest it as nice as the new one. Look how beautiful that zest is. Right on our flexible mats. So this way, it's easy to put in. And then we're just going to, we just need a tablespoon. And I'm just gonna, because I didn't have my tablespoon, I'm just going to put it right in the small scoop. Because if you don't have the cookie scoops, the Pampered Chef's cookie scoops, you absolutely have to get them. It's a 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoon, and what did you guess? 3 tablespoon. The 3 tablespoon is perfect for muffins and cupcakes. And all of them are great for meatballs. Just get your meatball, scoop it onto a stone, and it bakes up amazing. Medium is probably the one I use the most. And I love the little one when it's holiday time or wedding cookie time, because that's when you want enough of the options, because you want to try them all, but you don't want to have big cookies and trying them all. Okay, so now we just have our zest. We have our cranberry. We don't want to mix it with the mixer because that cranberry will just kind of go juice up, and we want some color in it. And we want to make sure that you incorporate all of your zest. You don't want one bite of zest. And here's a little tip on the zest. Put it in a little bit of flour. That kind of breaks it apart from being sticking together. And that way you're sure you get the zest in every bite. Okay, so that is ready to go. I need to check my cookies. Yep, they're almost done. So let's get them on. Now, we don't even have to roll it out with this one. We're just going to put it in a piece of wax paper. Ergo, refrigerator cookies. And then we're just gonna take this and we're gonna form a little bit of a log, okay? It will make a couple logs. It makes about 2 logs. And then if you don't wanna get your fingers into the dough, then you can use your wax paper to kind of move it around and kind of begin to roll it and make it into that Yule log kind of a thing. And you want it all to be about the same size because, guys, when you're baking them, you want them all cooking at the same time. So see, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then whenever I get it back all together, that's when I can go ahead and kind of stretch it out a little bit. And you can see where then I can just fold it. And there's my refrigerator cookie. So that will be what I will put it in the refrigerator for about an hour. And then if I'm not going to use it right away, I may put these logs all right in a Ziploc bag or in all of our leak-proof containers, just stick it, just to seal it. And then you can use it whenever you want. It's a wonderful cookie to when you have unexpected guests show up. I always love to serve hot cookies. So that was my perfect way to get a hot cookie to everybody. Just slice it up. So let me show you how I did that. This is my log that I had made before. And this is where I took the cookies off of. You can see where it gets kind of messy, but then you just throw away the wax paper, and then you're just gonna cut it. And I'm using the nylon knife so that way it doesn't stick. And look, there's what the cookie looks like whenever it's cut. And then the other thing when you're cutting, you wanna make sure you're cutting it all the same size. And then I'll just kind of touch it up when I'm putting it right onto the stone. And then I have hot, fresh cookies. Okay, let's get them out of the oven. And they almost went too long. And then there are the fresh cookies. Now, I'm gonna tell you one thing about these cookies. You want them to sit on the cooling rack for a while. Let them cool on the pan so that you can take them off. You can see where I have 2 of the stackable cooking racks. You can stack ours ours up to 4 and 5 of the cookie racks. And oh my goodness, you know, when you're doing a whole bunch of cookies all at once, you do want to have you need lots of room. So that's when your stackable cooling racks come in a big handy. Now it's just Paul and I. So I took the medium stone. Mostly when I'm doing holiday cookies, I'll have the large stone, or you can use our metal sheet pans, just depending on which way you want to go. We love our cookies on our stoneware. Some people just absolutely, there's nothing else. There is one cookie I do on the metal. And we also have our cinnamon plus, and our Madagascar real vanilla, and that is seasonal. So we're always excited when Pampered Chef brings that back. And I am ready for a cup of coffee and a hot cookie. How about you? Okay, I'll see you later and hope you get to try the cranberry orange refrigerator cookies. Bye-bye.